Billy back here with Worship of the Nerds. It's crazy to think that Netflix has been around as long as it has. I remember being used to cable TV when I was like in high school and even in college when I was going to community college for a while. We had cable at home, and I remember somehow being able to keep up with Pretty Little Liars, um, even though I didn't have a lot of time. Tuesdays were sacred to me, right? Because I watched Pretty Little Liars, and I remember watching every episode because I was hooked. I wanted to know who A was, and I remember the excitement was meeting other people that watched the show and coming up with theories and everything about who A was, where the story was going, what was going on with each character, that sort of thing. And so when Netflix started, I remember hearing about it like as a disc rental, right? Physical media. You could rent something, they would send it to you, watch it, send it back, get something else. Really cool. Well, when it became a streaming service, I did get it when I was in college, when I was going to university, and Stranger Things was one of the first shows that pulled me in. Now, I'll admit the first couple of episodes were just a little slow starting, but the thing that kept me in it was what's happening with Will. What is going on with this town of Hawkins, Indiana? Whoa, these 80 vibes are so cool. I'm digging it. Oh, the music's great. Oh, the character development's great. The story is fantastic. And my best friend and I, one of my best friends, Dusty, him and I we would talk about the show, and we made a deal where we could not watch the new seasons without the other. So I remember when season 3 hit. Okay, so here's the situation. It's a holiday weekend. Um, I'm off. I was on night shifts, but I was off. He was also working like swing shifts, and it was like going to be his first day off. So every 5, 10 minutes, I was running downstairs like a kid at Christmas. Although I was more excited because you spend so many hours with these characters, getting pulled into their arcs and like, oh, how have they changed since last season? And his dad was making the day even more special by dropping off some ham steak. We thought it would be a few small ham steaks. It was a 3 pound ham steak. So we had this 3 pound ham steak, macaroni and cheese, and garlic buttered broccoli, something like that. Anyways, I'm glad he did the cooking because if you say, hey, you do the cooking, I'm going to leave for a bit, I'll be back, I'm cool. But if you say we're going to talk and carry on a conversation while you cook, unless it's in a crock pot, that food's getting burnt. That smoke detector is going to have to tell me that it's done because I am terrible at cooking and staying focused. But if you say to me, I'm going to be cooking and I need someone to chat with while I cook and you can stay focused, we're good because my side stories have side stories. And I've learned that. And they don't always come full circle. Sometimes they do. Yeah, they're everywhere. Well, anyways, so I'm going downstairs, I'm checking, he's still asleep. I'm like, all right, I'll give him a little more time to sleep. I mean, I'm not gonna wake him up or anything, but I'm like, okay, how long's it been? Like, I'm doing some math. So I'm staring at the clock. I'm doing anything to pass the time. And I'm not the most patient person, and sometimes 1 minute feels like 20 to me because I'm just like, let's go, move it. All right, cool. So if you ever have a conversation with me and I'm not trying to talk over you. I just process things different. Anyways, so I probably did some gaming while I was waiting for some time, maybe watched a movie, something. But I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And finally he gets up. We cook. He goes, "Are you ready to watch this?" I'm like, "Hell yeah. I've been waiting for hours." But I'm like, oh, I played it cool. Like, yeah, man. Whenever you're ready. Okay. So we make the food. We have our feast as we start watching the season. Oh my God, it was so good. And at the end, I'm like, Hopper's not dead. He teleported. And he's like, no, Hopper's dead. And then we found out later he wasn't dead. So it's being able to come up with theories, talking about, because he loves science, so talking about science and like alternate dimensions, that sort of thing. So much fun. And it is my favorite ensemble cast, whereas Wednesday is my favorite character in all of pop culture. Anyways, having said that, it's funny how Stranger Things has the character arcs because I remember the first season, my least favorite characters being Steve Harrington and then Hopper. I was at first, like the first episode, I'm like, okay. But then when you find out his backstory, You start like, oh, okay. He has a very complex character, which that's why David Harbour is my favorite actor, because when you look at him, you think big dude, he's going to be strong, macho guy, but he actually has a surprisingly amount of emotional depth, and that's what pulled me into Hopper as a character. I loved Hopper as a character because of that. There are layers that you're gonna get, and of course Winona Ryder, the crazy mom that talks to the Christmas lights. My son is in the blue or the red, not the green. It was awesome. So, and the 80s vibe and the music and everything. So awesome the way they captured that. And I love the old days. It reminds you of a time where you actually had to interact with people in person and not online. So we sit down, we watch season 3, and I remember the hype for season 4. Like, where was Hopper's story gonna go? How was the Upside Down gonna be? And then Vecna and oh my God, so crazy, right? So crazy. And then Max and oh man, talk about a gut punch, heart punch. Um, so I want to remind people we've spent 4 seasons, now part of 5, with these characters. So it's very easy to like critique, but I want to say thank you. The Duffer Brothers, uh, the writers, the cast, anybody that's involved in Stranger Things, Netflix, thank you for bringing us this show. It's been amazing. I've met so many cool people, have had so many fun times just talking about one character or theories that you have provided countless days worth of thinking and entertainment. And it's also opened my mind to science because with my schedule, I think I was able to take biology, chemistry, which was just a math class, and advanced biology. But I never was able to like explore the idea of the quantum realm or like alternate realms as much. So I've done that more independently. And thanks to Stranger Things, my curiosity has gone up. I will say personally, my top characters go back and forth between Steve and Dustin as my top 2, which I've done in another video. But anyways, what I would like to say is no matter what direction this show goes as we head to the end, let's try to be nice to the people online. Except unless Duffer Brothers, you kill Steve Harrington. We will never forgive you. Let's not kill Steve Harrington. But in all seriousness, it's been a great run. I look forward to seeing what the next 4 episodes bring. So far this season, it's been wild. 4 is still my favorite season overall so far. It had a few weak moments. Season 5, depending on where it goes, is also up there. I feel like we built to that final scene of episode 4 of season 5. That is like, boom, here we are. Now we're going to hit the ground running for the rest of the season. No more slow points, just go until we hit the series finale. And if I'm right, this is going to be the best season ever. So my death predictions: 8. I think she comes back and she goes out helping out Vecna, Linda Hamilton's character, of course the bad military lady. I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling Jonathan. I hope not. I really do like his character overall still. They just have done some weird stuff with him in the story. Elle, I see Elle dying. Or sealing herself in the Upside Down. Or whatever she needs to do. I think Elle's going. Sadly. And then they're saying up to possibly 6, I think. Maybe Vicky. Which I hope not for Robin's sake. I just have a bad feeling about where we're going with these last 4 episodes as far as deaths go. I think there's going to be a major death in this season. Somebody that's been around for a while. And I have a feeling it could be Elle. Hopefully not Joyce. I really don't want Elle to die either, but I have a feeling she will. Because she is going to have to make the sacrifice to stop it. Will, he is connected to the Hive. I'm just worried that if they destroy the Upside Down that he goes with it. So Will's another one that I'm not sure, but I don't think they would kill Will and Jonathan. So maybe Jonathan sacrifices himself to save Will. That's kind of where I'm going with that. I think Steve and Dustin, based on the trailer, are going to have a moment where it's scary and it's tense and we think they're going to die, but they're not going to, kind of thing. So, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. I hope you guys all have a great holiday season, no matter how you celebrate, what you celebrate. If you dress as chickens and say you're going to go egging, that's fine. Just have a good holiday season. And as far as the channel goes, there's a lot of stuff that I still want to do. Some big news is I will be getting an office chair at some point, which means I'll have a comfortable seat where I won't get too comfortable like the couch where I want to fall asleep, where I'm sitting upright. So that is one change coming. Step one will be getting a new office chair. Step two will getting a USB mic, so we have better audio quality. Eventually, I'm either thinking desktop PC or a external hard drive because I wanted to play Magic Arena, but the my hard drive just does not have enough room on this laptop. Like with it, it was cutting off my YouTube videos to under like 6 minutes because I just didn't have the space. So I may eventually get a external hard drive just so I can play MTG Arena because I've had the urge to play it. I've actually been working on a historic brawl deck. But anyways, there are things in the works. There's been a lot going on in personally and within the channel. Um, so us trying to be transparent. There's been a lot going on. Life has been happening at an alarmingly fast rate, but there are things coming up for the channel that I'm very excited about, and I look forward to seeing you soon, and I may not be back alone. That's all I have for now. Take care of yourself.